Hey, hello. Welcome back to channel. In this video, we're going to see about solutions and components of solutions. This can be considered as a introduction part of this particular unit. Okay, so let's begin. So first of all, to understand what exactly is solution, we have already learnt about the classification of matter. So as you can see here, matter has been classified in two ways. One is the physical method and another one is the chemical method. Under physical method, we have got solid, liquid, gas, plasma, Bose-Einstein. And when we come to chemical method, it can be divided into pure substances and as well as impure substances. Now, let us consider only the impure substances now. Okay. So as you can see here, impure substances can be called as mixtures. Okay, and this mixtures is again divided into homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. So when you consider a homogeneous mixture, it is a mixture which is having a uniform composition. Okay, you will not be able to find out the different components present in that mixture. Okay, but when it comes to a heterogeneous mixture, you will be able to divide the components present in the mixture. That means you'll be able to differentiate. You can easily see the components of the mixture. For example, if you take oil in water, you can see two layers over there. So the composition is not uniform. But when it comes to homogeneous mixture, if you take sugar solution, okay, you will not be able to differentiate the components present there. It is completely uniform. Okay, so solutions will be coming under homogeneous mixture. Okay, so let's start with the definition of solutions. Okay, a solution is a homogeneous mixture in which one substance dissolves in another substance. Okay, so once again I'll just repeat, a solution is a homogeneous mixture. What does mean by homogeneous mixture? A mixture which consists of a uniform composition and you will not be able to differentiate the components present in it. Okay, so here one substance is getting dissolved in another substance. So what does mean by dissolving? Completely getting mixed up each other. Okay, okay, completely it is getting mixed up each other and it is forming a solution. So if you take example seawater is a very good example. And even in human body we have got blood, urine, all these are solutions. And fruit juice, aerated drinks, tea, all these will be considered as solutions. Okay, so now let us try to understand the components of solution. Okay, so there are two components of solution. One is solute and another one is solvent. Okay, so when it comes to solute, the substance present in lesser amount in a solution is called as solute. So when you're taking a solution, it is actually mixture, right? So there will be some two or more components present in it. So the substance which is lesser in amount, okay, that will be called as solute. And just opposite to solute, solvent will be the substance present in larger in amount in a solution. So to understand very easily, let us take an example. Okay, so here what I have done is we have got a solute and we have got a solvent. So example, this can be sugar and this can be water. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to mix this sugar with water. So after mixing it, what you will get? You will be getting a sugar solution, right? So what has happened? When you have added sugar into water, you have mixed up each other. That means you have dissolved it completely, and after that you have got sugar solution. So now here, as you can see, sugar is in lesser quantity and water is in larger quantity. So that's why sugar has been considered as solute and water has been considered as solvent. So the combination goes like this: solute plus solvent gives you solution. Okay, And very important thing which you need to keep in your mind is it's not that always it should be solid plus liquid mixture. Okay, now for example, what we have done, we have taken sugar, which is a solid substance, water, which is a liquid. Okay. So here the combination is solid plus liquid. Okay, don't assume that only if there is a presence of liquid it can be called as solution. No. Okay, that kind of misconception you should not have in your mind. Okay, for example, we have taken solid plus liquid. Okay, it can be liquid plus liquid also. Okay, or else it can be gas plus liquid. Okay, or else it can be solid plus solid. Okay, a solid substance getting mixed up with another solid to give a new substance. Okay, these kind of substances only we will be calling it. Okay, gas plus liquid, just now we have seen aerated drinks. So when CO2 is being combined with water or some other liquid, okay, that we'll be calling it as gas plus liquid mixture. So all these combinations, even alloys also can be called as solution. Okay, it comes under solution actually. Okay, and gas plus gas, that is our air. Here also we have got different types of molecules present in the atmosphere, and all these combinedly called as air. So here gas plus gas. So always keep in your mind, it's not that always solid plus liquid gives you a solution. There are different combinations present for solution. Okay, that you need to have in your mind. Now going to the next one, what are the types of solution here? So one is binary solution and another one is ternary solution. So when it comes to binary solution, here you have got only one solute and one solvent. Okay, there is only one solute and one solvent, that's it. You make a solution. So here they have given the example as copper sulfate crystals plus water. So copper sulfate will be considered as solute and water will be solvent. So at last you will be getting copper sulfate solution. Okay, when it comes to the second one, here we have got two solutes. Okay, we have got two solutes and one solvent. Okay, so here water will be the solvent, salt and sugar will be the solutes. So you have got salt as one solute and sugar as another solute. Two solutes and one solvent. Okay, in this case it is different. Okay, so these are the types of solution. I hope you are clear with the introduction part of solution, like what exactly is a solution, what are the different components of solution, and keep one thing in your mind. Again, I'm telling you, it's not always like if it is liquid and liquid or only in the presence of liquid we'll be calling it as solution. It's not like that. There are different combinations which we'll be seeing. Okay, so hope you're clear with this concept. Thank you all. Happy learning.